Yeah, all good. All good. Just going for a nice walk this Arvo, a nice peaceful walk, and I was just reflecting on effective coaching questions. Can be quite useful in the appropriate and applicable circumstances. So effective coaching questions are worded so the person only needs to work on forming the response rather than understanding or working too hard to understand the question itself. Personally, anecdotally, I've used these sort of questions when I worked in football, with footballers, in academia as well, and I use them and have used them for myself too, from a personal perspective. So the effective questions have a clearer sense of purpose. Like some examples might be, is the purpose might be to see things from a different perspective, from someone else's perspective, or a clearer sense of future. So I suppose one example of a question I'm used to potentially help people take action, to overcome a barrier, or to move forward. The question might be, what might stop you from doing that? So that could be if you're teaching, or if a footballer's learning a new technique and they're kind of not getting it type thing, and they sort of start to think or doubt themselves, and you might say, what might stop you from doing that? And the follow-up response might be, how can you overcome that? In academia, for example, it could be around an assignment. Person might be thinking they don't think they can submit the assignment in the specified date it's due, or they might think they're sort of not capable of learning to do something they haven't done before, like a presentation like that, and you might say, okay, what might stop him doing that? And the follow-up, how can you overcome that? Like always, not always panacea, and obviously some of the barriers might be a bridge too far to overcome as well, and I suppose you can sort of look at what you can control and what steps you can take to take action moving forward. But what it does do is sort of does create a clearer sense of perspective. So I've used the sort of barrier one there, what might stop you from doing that, and you have a moment of reflection and think, okay, what's going to stop me from doing that? I might have like a goal. A goal might be, for example, a grading for martial arts, and in a specified time frame. What might stop me from doing that? Might be, okay, well, I don't know if I'll be ready. I don't know if I've learnt the forms, or if I've learnt the sort of what I'm going to be graded in that time frame. How can I overcome that? Maybe get a clearer picture of extra time I can put in, or extra support I can get to learn more. And look, that's not exhaustive, and it's not restricted by anticipated responses. There are open questions, but that's just a sort of insight into effective coaching questioning.